When a student who is cruel to others dies under mysterious circumstances, they come back as a vengeful spirit from beyond the grave. The movie begins in a dense, shadowy forest blanketed by thick mist. Inside, a shaman performs a dark ritual alongside an enigmatic figure whose identity is yet to be revealed. The shaman forges a cursed artifact using the intertwined bodies of a snake and a centipede. From this fusion emerges a symbol that radiates malevolent energy. The shaman then asks, "Do you wish to bring someone back from death?" The scene then flashes to a week earlier. At a high school, an inter-school women's volleyball tournament is taking place. The players are carefully selected for their exceptional talent. The game is fierce, with both teams battling closely for every point. One of the teams is captained by Busaba, and her team ultimately secures the win. On the court, Busaba is shown as a relentless and intimidating leader. Off the court, she is also the most feared female student in the entire school. In her everyday life, Busaba seeks out students to torment, often extorting money from them. She doesn't care about their background or wealth. Her bullying spares no one. Busaba targets anyone she chooses. One day, a teacher introduces a new transfer student from another school, Jindara. Coincidentally, a student named Hong in the class already knows her. It is soon revealed that Jindara had been the volleyball captain at her previous school, which immediately makes Busaba uneasy, fearing her own captain position might be challenged. Jindara sits next to a shy girl named Oasa, who often falls victim to Busaba's harassment. Also present is Hong, Jindara's friend since junior high. At lunchtime in the cafeteria, Busaba stirs trouble again by throwing chicken bones onto their table. She claims she stepped in cat feces earlier, and without a word, Hong begins cleaning Busaba's shoes. Despite Busaba's constant torment of other students, teachers tend to overlook her actions because she is the top-performing student and regularly brings prestige to the school through volleyball victories. This is a major reason she has never been expelled, even after repeated incidents. Teachers seem to turn a blind eye to her misbehavior. During a volleyball practice, Busaba targets another student, punishing her because she hasn't yet paid the money Busaba demanded. He is forced to endure Busaba's powerful spikes. Even though he comes from a wealthy family, Busaba doesn't care and exploits her anyway. Unable to watch silently, Jindara steps in and blocks Busaba's spike. She then challenges Busaba to a test of skill. If Jindara loses, she will take Ya's place. If Busaba loses, she must stop her bullying entirely. Unaware of Jindara's talent on the court, Busaba is hit by a crushing spike. Her pride shattered in front of everyone. She becomes enraged and a fight almost erupts, but the coach quickly steps in to stop it. After this incident, Jindara, Hong, Oasa, and you become close friends, forming a tight-knit group. The school also provides dormitories where students can live. During a conversation there, some of Jindara's past is revealed. She had often been bullied in junior high. At first, she remained silent, but eventually, she stood up for herself and no one dared bother her again. Oasa remarks that with Jindara around, they finally have the courage to confront Busaba because stopping her requires someone brave enough to challenge her. However, at that moment, Jindara stays quiet, offering no reply to the comment. Instead, she turns the conversation toward Busaba, asking about her true background and who she really is. He explains that Busaba wasn't always this way. After taking a one-year break from school and returning, her behavior started to change. Rumors spread that during that year, Busaba became pregnant and terminated the pregnancy. The school authorities were aware of this, but because Busaba is intelligent and academically excellent, they chose to keep her enrolled. Scene then shifts to Jindara at a wash basin, scrubbing a stain from her skirt. Unbeknownst to her, another student is quietly standing behind. Jindara's beauty and fair skin immediately catch the eye of boys nearby. In that moment, a spark of attraction flickers between them. The boy is Gun. Unfortunately, Gun is already in a relationship with Busaba, Ben. On another occasion, Busaba requests a private conversation with Jindara. She explains that after the volleyball court incident, she received a warning from the sports teacher. If she causes more trouble, her chance for a college recommendation will be revoked. To avoid that, she wants to make peace with Jindara and asks that they avoid further conflict. Jindara accepts this apparent gesture of goodwill. The story progresses with Jindara and Gun beginning to interact through social media. Inevitably, Jeandara starts feeling drawn to Gun, and she even teases him by sending a subtly flirtatious photo. Eventually, Gun asks to meet her in person. Jeandara's chance to win his affection seems to grow when she accidentally spots Busaba leaving with a male volleyball coach. The next day, Busaba approaches Jeandara again, asking for help to escort her to a student seeking private tutoring. Trusting her, Jeandara agrees. However, upon arrival, she realizes she has been taken to a place filled with shady men. Without hesitation, Busaba abandons her, effectively selling Jeandara to them. Jeandara fights desperately and manages to escape. Furious that things have gone so far, Jeandara confronts Busaba at school, but with no evidence, she can't take serious action. On top of that, her outburst is recorded by other students, forcing her to restrain herself. Determined to get revenge for the humiliation and pain Busaba caused, Jeandara devises a new plan to win Gun away from Busaba. Jeandara and Gun arrange to meet, but before it happens, Busaba begins to suspect that Gun is involved with someone else. A heated confrontation erupts. Gun, fed up with Busaba's behavior, finally admits the truth. There's another woman he cares for. He walks away, leaving Busaba behind. In her blind rage, she stabs him when he returns to grab his forgotten phone. Consumed by fury, Busaba acts without thought. After the incident, the school administration reluctantly expels Busaba. It becomes the deepest regret and the hardest blow she has ever faced. Sometime later, the school is shaken again when it is discovered that Busaba has taken her own life. Jeandara and her friends attend a funeral to offer prayers and final respects. Suddenly, Ye feels unwell, and Hong decides to take her home, leaving Jeandara and Oasa behind. Meanwhile, at the location of Busaba's death, a shaman is seen performing a strange ritual. At the same time, during the funeral prayers led by monks, unnatural events occur. The sound of a woman's cries fills the air, the wind grows violent, and the lights flicker out. Amid the chaos, Jeandara is shoved to the ground. At that very moment, Busaba's coffin collapses and bursts open right in front of her. Back at the dormitory, Jeandara struggles to process what she witnessed, unable to believe how the coffin could have opened on its own. Still, the four friends try to comfort each other, hoping that everything will be okay. In the middle of the night, while the others sleep, Oasa wakes to see a chair moving on its own. Panic grips her as she tries to rouse Jeandara, who is too exhausted to respond. Above Oasa, Busaba's wandering spirit appears. Her friends eventually wake and attempt to soothe her, insisting it must have been just a dream, and everyone else falls back asleep. But for Oasa, the nightmare continues. She finds herself perched on a high wall, her body dangling as she tries to scream, but no sound comes out. A rope slowly coils around her neck. Oasa struggles violently until her head is crushed by Busaba's ghostly presence. This turns out to be her second nightmare. At school, panic spreads again when remnants of ritual offerings are found on the sports field. Jeandara and the others are present and question the school's janitor about them. The woman explains that these are leftovers from a spirit summoning ritual, and based on their appearance, it is clearly black magic. She adds that the ritual was meant to call forth a vengeful spirit. She warns that within 3 days, the spirit will target its victims. On the first day, it will frighten them with visions. By the final day, it will kill them without any chance of escape. That very day, Busaba's spirit begins its reign of terror. The ghost appears to each of them one by one. Ye sees Busaba's spirit hovering above her, then descending toward her headless. Screaming, the others watch, confused and alarmed, as he acts in an unusual and terrified manner. Fear begins to spread among the group. The janitor explains that the spirit only reveals itself to chosen victims. Coincidentally, the woman is with them in the bathroom at that moment, but suddenly, she behaves erratically. The lights in the bathroom flicker out, and she turns aggressive, attacking them. Luckily, Gun arrives just in time and breaks open the locked bathroom door. The woman regains her senses and is immediately rushed to the hospital. Gun already knows the situation, having also been haunted by Busaba's spirit. He takes the group to a male psychic who might be able to help. The psychic explains that the spirit they are dealing with is no ordinary ghost, but one filled with deep vengeance. He instructs his assistant to bring a sacred dagger. Unexpectedly, under Busaba's supernatural control, the psychic suddenly stabs himself with the dagger. Even gravely injured, he tells them there are only two ways to stop the spirit. They must either find the shaman and pour blessed virgin urine on him, or kill the shaman. They must act quickly before the third day ends, or all of them will die. The assistant hands them the blessed urine. The group gathers at the dormitory, wondering who could have resurrected Busaba's spirit. Accusations fly. For a moment, suspicion falls on Hong and Ya, since neither attended the funeral. Both firmly deny involvement, and attention shifts to Busaba's father and the school's volleyball coach, who were also absent that day. The greatest suspicion falls on Busaba's father. Gun explains that Busaba's life had been tragic. Her father practiced black magic, making it likely he was behind the resurrection. Yet, his exact motive remains unclear. Gun recalls escorting Busaba home once, seeing that her father was a heavy drinker. When drunk, he would violently attack Busaba, which drove her to run away and live in the dormitory. The group agrees to find Busaba's father, and if he provides no answers, their final confrontation will be with the volleyball coach. Shortly after, during a school exam, both students and teachers are shocked when Busaba's spirit appears. She even sits to take the exam and asks the teacher for an answer sheet. Following that incident, everyone gathers in the sports hall where the volleyball coach is present. Jindara and Gun interrogate him, asking if he was the one who resurrected Busaba. The coach looks confused and cornered, and he eventually admits to having been involved with Busaba. Suddenly, he becomes possessed by her spirit, confirming the truth. Their relationship was not about love, but mutual benefit. Busaba needed a guaranteed college spot, and the coach could provide it, on the condition that Busaba slept with him. Even worse, the principal was also implicated, secretly involved in an illicit relationship with Busaba. Busaba's spirit then humiliates the coach, forcing him to strip in front of all the students. Soon after, the coach regains consciousness, and everyone freezes in terror as Busaba's ghost hovers above them. Their only remaining hope is to confront Busaba's father. They break into his house and discover countless offerings and tools used for black magic rituals. Their suspicion is confirmed when they spot a childhood photo of Busaba placed among the ritual objects. They destroy the site, but Busaba's father soon appears and attacks them, furious that his ritual has been ruined. Screaming when he is doused with the blessed urine given by the psychic, he reacts violently, trying to flee. The group chases him relentlessly. Suddenly, Hong arrives holding a doll she found in the house, claiming it is a spirit doll that must be destroyed immediately. Acting quickly, they pour the blessed urine over the doll, and the effect is instant. Busaba's father suffers immediate karma, stumbling and impaling his head on a sharp iron fence, killing him. If he truly was the one who resurrected Busaba, the curse should now be broken, but they can only be sure after midnight passes. He goes home with her mother, while Jindara is picked up by Gun. Together, they visit the psychic, now hospitalized from his previous injuries. They hand him the spirit doll and ask if everything is truly over. The psychic commends them for handling the situation well, giving Jindara and Gun a sense of relief. He also advises them to pray at a temple to ensure Busaba's spirit can finally rest. Later, Jindara realizes she left her phone at the temple and returns alone while Gun waits in the car. On the way, she passes a street vendor selling charms. One item catches her eye. It looks exactly like something she had seen in Busaba's father's house. The vendor explains that it is wild boar vomit, a charm used to ward off evil spirits. Suddenly, Jindara recalls that Hong had found a similar object at the house and claimed it was a spirit doll that needed to be destroyed. She realizes Hong had lied. Panicking, Jindara checks the time, 11:58 p.m. Only 2 minutes remain until midnight. Meanwhile, at the hospital, the psychic is attacked by Busaba's spirit and killed. Next, Gun becomes the target while waiting in the car. The vehicle moves on its own, and tragically, Gun cannot escape. His head is impaled on a protruding steel rebar. Jindara is left paralyzed with horror. She rushes back to the hospital and finds the psychic dead, leaving only the sacred dagger. Quietly, she takes it and informs Hong that the curse is not over, asking her to meet at Busaba's father's house. Hong then contacts Oasa and invites her to come along, while Ye, unaware of the danger, believes everything has finally ended. Suddenly, Busaba's spirit reappears, and he becomes the next victim, meeting her death. Meanwhile, Hong secretly takes Oasa to the sports hall where Busaba had died. Oasa does not yet understand who Hong truly is. Hong instructs Oasa to follow a ritual she is performing, claiming it will stop the curse. Meanwhile, Jindara is at Busaba's father's house. It is finally revealed that Hong is the one who resurrected Busaba's spirit. Jindara then receives a message from Oasa saying she is with Hong at the sports hall. When Jindara tries to call Oasa back, her phone suddenly dies. Oasa is told to pray to Busaba's spirit and ask forgiveness for any wrongdoing. And in that moment, Oasa apologizes on behalf of Jindara, Gun, and Ye for Busaba's death. Hearing this confession, Hong finally understands that Busaba did not commit suicide, but was in fact killed by the four of them. The story flashes back to a few days earlier, when Busaba discovered the messages between Gun and Jindara. Consumed by jealousy and rage, she confronts Jindara, sparking a fierce fight witnessed by Oasa and Ye. Gun arrives just in time to separate them. His desire to break up with Busaba is understandable, as he already knows about her secret relationship with a volleyball coach. When her humiliation is revealed in front of everyone, Busaba completely loses control and attacks Jindara. Alone and overpowered, she eventually collapses, crying and begging them to let her go. They expect remorse, but instead, she lunges at Jindara again. As they try to free themselves and push her away, the shove causes Busaba's neck to strike an iron bar, killing her instantly. Panic sets in as they realize it was an accident. Jindara remarks that while alive, Busaba had already ruined their lives and caused suffering to many, so there is no reason to mourn her death. They devise a plan to make it appear as though Busaba took her own life. They manipulate the scene and plant false evidence to deceive the CCTV, staging it to look like a suicide. One of them even dresses in Busaba's uniform and walks past the cameras to create the illusion that Busaba was preparing to end her life. Coincidentally, Hong was not present on the night of Busaba's death. Returning to the present, Hong finally confesses that she was the one who brought Busaba's spirit back. After Busaba died, Hong desperately sought a shaman to learn a ritual to summon spirits. Not long after, Busaba's ghost returned. Shortly later, Jindara reaches the sports hall, only to find that Oasa has already been killed there. Jindara demands to know why Hong resurrected Busaba, especially since Hong had often been bullied by her. She cannot understand Hong's motives. Hong then reveals the truth. She has a psychological condition in which she derives pleasure from being bullied and abused. After Busaba's death, she lost the source of that gratification. To bring Busaba back, Hong partnered with a shaman who gave her a centipede heirloom, which allows the transfer of a dead soul into another body. Hong now plans to move Busaba's soul into Jindara's body. Hong unveils the heirloom, and Jindara draws the sacred dagger given by the psychic. A fierce duel begins. Hong strikes Jindara while restraining her, aided by Busaba's spirit. But Jindara quickly switches to her left hand to fight back. The heirloom releases centipedes that crawl into Jindara's body, while Hong and Busaba's spirit hold both of her hands, letting the centipedes enter without resistance. Sometime later, order seems restored. Jindara is still alive, and Hong survives, but now Busaba's soul resides inside Jindara's body. Jindara begins to act exactly like Busaba, becoming a cruel bully once again, which fascinates Hong deeply. And with that, the story comes to an end.